Hi, I'm registered dietitian and nutritionist Wendy Wesley, and I'm here in the St. Petersburg Free Clinic Teaching Kitchen. And today I want to talk about reading and understanding milligrams of sodium on the food label. And a nurse at St. Anthony's Hospital taught me this trick, and it changed my nutrition game forever. I can't remember who it was. I wish I could, but it's a great trick. And it's turning your milligrams of sodium into money, because money is something that we all understand, but this thing called a milligram of sodium is a very kind of abstract thing, and I struggle with it too. So when she taught me this, I thought, wow, this is really great. So here I'm going to show you something. This is it's a penny, and you can look at a penny and think of it as 1 milligram of sodium. And here's a nickel, 5 milligrams of sodium. A quarter, 25 milligrams of sodium. You see where I'm going? $1, 100 milligrams of sodium, $3. 1, 2, 3, 300 milligrams of sodium, okay? So if you have cardiovascular disease, your doctor may have put you on a sodium restricted diet to better manage your cardiac disease. And the doctor may have told you, I want you to stay around 1,500 milligrams a day. And you probably said, okay, yeah, you probably didn't know what that meant. And you look at the label, and sometimes it's hard to look at a label and put that into perspective. So if the doctor has told you 1,500 milligrams a day, I usually tell people to aim low, to aim for about 1,200 milligrams a day, and you will end up hitting 15, because we always underestimate portion sizes, and we always underestimate the amount of salt that is in something. So let's say you have a budget, I'm gonna call it a budget, like a money budget, of 1,500 milligrams a day, or 1,500 pennies, or $15. Now this is 3, but imagine this was $15, okay? Your salt budget, if you have cardiovascular disease, is $15 a day. If you don't have cardiovascular disease, what is typically recommended is 2,300 or $23 a day. But still, sodium adds up fast, so don't think you have a lot of wiggle room. It adds up fast. And so today I've got some food I want to go through with you, and we're going to look at labels and translate that into money so you can make better decisions when it comes to sodium. I have this thing. This is Boar's Head Everything Bagel Hummus, and hummus is something that does have salt, but when you pick a hummus that has a flavor like the Everything Bagel, you can expect the sodium in it to double or even triple when you see anything that has a flavor. Parmesan flavor, Italian style, Everything Bagel. That when you see that, just say salt. That's a lot of salt. So looking at this label, and this label is not easy to read. It's tiny. So the serving size, okay, everybody get ready to be disappointed. The serving size is 2 tablespoons. Everybody 2 thumbs up. A serving size of, the volume of 1 thumb is about a tablespoon. So you get 2 tablespoons or 2 volumes of your thumb of hummus. It's not much. It doesn't go far. Same thing for mayonnaise, peanut butter. It's a really kind of a shock when people see that. So the serving size for 2 tablespoons of this hummus, this Everything Bagel hummus, is 320 milligrams. Translate that into money. I'll give you a second. You're right. $3.20. So $3, here's $3 and 20 cents. Oh, I got a quarter. So $3.25 of your $15 budget for this much hummus. And you need to say it at this point, and this decision is completely up to you. Is it worth it? It's not up to anyone else, and managing your salt budget is something that is going to be up to you. And you'll say, yeah, I love hummus so much that the $3.20 of my $15 budget is worth it for 2 tablespoons of the Everything Bagel hummus. Or you'll say, wow, that's really high. And then you go on the hunt for something that has lower lower sodium, or you make it yourself at home, and I'll do a lesson on that in the future. So let's look at ice cream. Everybody loves ice cream. The serving size, get ready to be upset. I'm sorry, I'm here, but I'm telling you the truth, is half a cup. So this half a cup, and it's level, it's not heaping, it's level. Half a cup, I know, is the serving size for this mint chip ice cream, and the sodium in it is 110. So for this much ice cream, it's going to cost you $1.10 of your $15 budget. Is it worth it? Yeah, You might say it is. Depends on what you want. And it also depends on the other foods you've eaten during the day. That's a major, major point. Is if you went out to Chinese buffet and you know you probably had 4,000 or 5,000 milligrams of sodium, maybe not. Maybe tomorrow or the next day when you've had a better sodium day. What else can I show you? Oh, these are frozen meatballs. Frozen food is notorious for being very, very high in sodium. The serving size of these meatballs is you just get 4, and they're not big. I think this is actual kind of size. So you only get 4, and get ready, brace yourself. The sodium on them is very, very high. It's 570 milligrams. And so let's say, how much money is that? I'll give you a second. You're right, $5.70. So if you've got a budget of 15 bucks a day, 4 of these meatballs get you a third of the way there, over a third of the way there. All right, is it worth it? Your choice. And also depending on how much sodium you've had during that day. Let's see, combos. So the sodium in these is very high. The serving size is 9 pieces or 1 ounce. So typically whatever you can fit in the palm of your hand without spilling over tends to be 1 ounce. That's a cool trick, okay? I could fit 9 in my hand without spilling. Someone with a bigger hand I'm sure could do that easier than me. The sodium on here is 290. So I usually tell people also to round up because sodium is sneaky and tricky and it ends up in a lot of places. So round up to 300. So that's $3, right? The sodium, $3 for 9 of these. Okay. And again, you say, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And then, but I'm going to show you a different snack. This surprised me. These Pringles, I assume these Pringles are going to be super, super high in sodium. And I'm certainly not, endorsing them, but for 15 crisp, which I think would be like that, that high, how they kind of concave together, Pringles, is only 135. So $1.35, $1.35 out of your $15 budget, not bad, especially if you really, really enjoy this snack. Things that have no sodium are raisins. Things that have no sodium are fruits and vegetables. Things that have no sodium are beans. If they come raw and you haven't gotten them out of a can, one way to get rid of that salt is rinse, rinse, rinse. Anything that comes in a can, you rinse. The only thing you can't rinse is soup. You can't rinse soup. And Campbell's soup is one of the worst offenders of sodium. 1 can of Campbell's soup has all the sodium you should have for an entire day in 1 can. 1,500 milligrams in 1 can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. That is one to definitely rethink. Please rethink the soup. But you can rinse beans, you can rinse vegetables. All that sodium goes down the sink. And then lastly, I just want to show you, I want to just one last real quick. These are hint of salt Ritz, and these are, where'd they go? My Triscuits. Darn it, I don't have them out. Anyway, and then Triscuit makes a hint of salt, and it's very low. The salt in this is very low. You get 5 Ritz crackers, and the sodium is only 30. So that's 30 cents out of your $15 sodium day. That's pretty good, and Triscuit is comparable. And the reason I recommend a low sodium cracker is because what you tend to put on a cracker has salt, cheese, hummus, dip, right? Right, so don't put salt on salt. So if you're going to the grocery store, look for a low sodium cracker as a way to kind of start reducing sodium and paying attention. I love this trick, turning salt into money. It's just, I teach it all the time, and I see the light bulb go on over people's head, and they're like, oh, that's not so hard. I can do that. So I thank you for listening. My name is Wendy Wesley. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, and I'm here in the St. Pete Free Clinic Teaching Kitchen. Okay, bye-bye.